Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lighting is here today to do Hunter x Hunter 2011 episode 129 review. Of course, that link is going to be in the description box down below on Crunchyroll.com. Now, this week's episode is somewhat simple. So this review shouldn't be like too long, 20 minutes. I think it's going to be stretched, give or take 10 minutes, around that time frame. And by the way, today's the day. That's right. And after I'm done with this video, I'm going to do the Komugi chapter review. After the Komugi chapter review, I'm going to do that. So, if you guys want in next time, you guys know the drill. We're going to maintain the PS4s. And then we'll see what we're going to do with the whole anime manga stuff. The anime manga stuff, I don't know what's going to happen there. I need to talk to the guys on Patreon.com. So, but it is what it is. Now, that being said, alright, let me just move this, alright. Now, this episode, first of all, the animation was really good, but it was damn good at two particular parts. The first part being when Meruem, he tries to take out the APR, and he actually utilizes one of Youpi's attacks. Now, the thing here is that keep in mind that we have Pouf. Pouf, he gave the king some of his essence, some of his cells. And we haven't seen Meruem do anything along the lines of Shao Pouf's abilities. So that kind of throws me off. Because when you look at his wings, the king, Meruem, his wings resemble like Youpi's wings. And now he's also using another one of Youpi's powers. So maybe that kind of means that Youpi, because Youpi comprises a magical beast more so than anything else. So maybe because of that reason, the magical beast properties are going to overtake some of the humanoid properties, because I don't think that the king comprises that much of magical beast. I mean, because even though technically Chimera ants are magical beasts, I guess in this sense they're more dominant. They're the more dominant trait. Maybe, I'm not too sure. It's not really explained. But the fact of the matter remains that he fires like a damn cannon, like an actual explosion, like a wave. Come here, like that's what he does, and he actually blows up. Like, I'm not too sure what to call it. It's either a plateau, it's a hill, it's a small mountain, and like you can tell how big mountains are. If you're wondering, you can tell how big a mountain is. Normally, with its respect to like the clouds. Normally, in some cases, not. But in this case, I would call it like a plateau that's like a few hundred meters tall, something like that. And he just blows it up, like I'm like, no sweat, nothing, just dry. So clearly, we have Meruem actually using the powers of the other royal guard better than they would actually use them. And Youpi, he points it out that my powers weren't meant for me, they were meant for the king. Oh, Meruem. And again, when it comes to Shao Pouf, we're not too sure. Again, I don't know. So maybe later on, we'll see Shao Pouf's abilities be utilized by Meruem. Now, when it comes to the second scene, animation-wise, it was basically like the Killua versus Shao Pouf, which I want to get to later on in the video, because it's fascinating how Shao Pouf's character scheme really does go along the lines of Beelzebub, old Saint Nick. Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! Hail Satan! So, I'll get to that soon. But, very good animation. When this dude, Killua, he just did like a spin kick, he made like a small little end circle of lightning. He's like, yo, if you enter this circle, I'm gonna kill you. He's all standing up and shit like, yeah. Bruce Norris. Yeah. He's all standing up, ready to go. And then the clone of Shao Pouf, because again, they're pressing, well, not there. He's pressing for time. And the clone tries to go in there and just kill Komugi. No. This dude got an arm and an eye ripped off in an instant. Not just ripped off, but charred. Like, and it's charred. And you see, like, the bits just flying in the wind. Because the clones of Shao Pouf, they do comprise of his own cells. So if you destroy the clone entirely, you can destroy Shao Pouf's main form of combat. So Killua, you know, just doing his thing. I'm like, yeah, Killua. So animation overall I thought was very good, but those two main scenes stuck out to me particularly. When it came to the story progression, Gon and Nefertiti have finally reached like this random castle in the woods and shit. Like on some like Snow White shit, like some random castle in the woods. Well, I don't know, maybe Snow White, I don't fucking know, alright? I'm just throwing shit out there. But, because I know that some cats are gonna correct me, like, no, well, Snow White, it was like a coffin in the woods and like some dwarves. Like, I don't fucking know, man. Alright, I was like 3 when I read that shit. No, but bump it up, 7, I don't know, fuck it. Here's the thing. They've actually reached their destination. And he said Beijing, but they're not in Beijing. They're like on the outskirts of Beijing, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Fact here is that this is where Kite is. Alright, this is like, it's go time. It's go time. And the next episode, no. I think it's either going to be the next episode or the episode after the next episode. Oh, the fandom's going to blow the fuck up. Like, no! So, yo, it's coming, bro. Yo, it's coming, son. Yo, I'm hyped. I'm already hyped. But we're gonna see what Pito does, what she's going to do when it pertains to Gon, and how she's gonna try and kill Gon. The freak. It's gonna be fascinating because this has been built up for a long period of time. Ever since Pito came in there and ripped off Kite's arm in front of Killua and Gon. This fight has been built up since then. So we're going to see how this is going to play out. And I can see a lot of arguments when you compare what's going to happen to what just happened between Nerem and Tremitero. I can see a lot of arguments online as a whole, depending on how they animate it. If it's animated on like the same degree as Tremitero and Nerem, okay, then okay, alright. So we may have a few arguments debating between the two incidences, okay? So, I mean, I'll give my thoughts on that, but until it shows up, then we'll talk about it. So, let me move on. Overall character development, I did like how we actually get to see Youpi, and how Youpi, he is a lot more humble. He's a lot more, like, when the king asked him honestly, like, okay, so the APR, how'd you know about this? Its powers, like, what happened? And how Youpi laid everything out for him. Right there, like, yeah, like, this is what happened. I'll take any penalty. And that, to me, I thought was actually very nice. And you can see, like, this character development change with Youpi across the entire arc, where he gains his egoism, and then for like a few minutes, because it only lasts for like a few minutes, like the fight between him and Knuckle and Morel, only for a few minutes. And after a few minutes, his egoism supersedes his Chimera Ant genetics. And yet, when he sees the king in this situation, the Chimera Ant genetics overwhelm his ego to the point where he gains like this queenly status. And I understand in the last episode review in the last episode review that I did no takes. Fuck it. I understand. I get it. The whole queen thing. I understand it. It just throws me off. It does. I can't deny it. It's like we have two dudes. Like, oh! I'm like, wait. What? I get it. I understand it fully. Some cats are going ham. I'm like, there's no reason to go ham. All I want was some damn chicken, and you guys went massively ham. No. It's not that time of the year to go massively ham. Chill. Bring it down a few pegs. That's too much seasoning on the ham. So, my thing here is that he's reached that status, and because of that awakening in his genetics as a Chimera Ant, he's now massively humble to the king. And the reason why is because he sees the king as his son. Like, they share the same bond and shit. Like, they have the same, well, not the same exact composition, but they share a composition. That's why you have the king explaining how, I understand your feelings now. We are connected. You, Youpi, and Pouf. Like, we are all connected. So, okay, fine, we get it. However, Pouf, on the other hand, is like Pouf, in comparison, where Youpi's like the honest, caring, loving mother who tries to always help her son no matter what happens, and she does it earnestly and genuinely. Pouf is like the, I'm gonna help my son, but I'm gonna do it like a real roundabout, like almost scumbagish way, where in order to help not only the king but their species, she in the sense of the queen, in the sense of Shao Pouf, in this case, the mother, if you would, she is going to prevent her son from regaining the memories that he lost, which is really fucked up. Okay, that's very fucked up. So fascinating. Again, how you have these three different egos between Neferpitu, Shao Pouf, and Monta the Youpi, and how they all try to help their king in their own, how they all try to help the king in their own unique ways, and they wind up conflicting. Again, we're seeing this directly when it comes to, well, beforehand, when it came to Shao Pouf, when it came to Neferpitu, where Shao Pouf, he really wants to just go in there and kill the girl, and Neferpitu, she's healing the girl, so it's kind of what the fuck. And here we have Shao Pouf taking advantage of the fact that they, meaning Killua and Gon, Killua and Knuckle and the others, they know that this girl is important to the king. And the importance of this girl, Komugi, they've seen it from only one perspective. The perspective of Neferpitu, where she's important because the king deems her important, therefore she must be protected. But the other end is she's important to the king, but she is a detriment to the entirety of the species of the Chimera ants and the king himself, therefore she must be killed. So she's important in that aspect as well. So like there's two different aspects here. Like Yubi's in the middle just doing stuff, but we have two complete polar opposites. And I like it. I like it a lot, alright? You have yin, you have yang, bam. And then instead of actually like connecting and being one, which they should be, since they are Chimera ants and they are the Royal Guard, their purpose, their birth purpose is to serve and protect the king. So you would think that, you would believe that the yin and yang would connect and become one. No. In this case, no. I'm killing her because I have the opportunity. I'm gonna fucking take it on this day I see clearly, and I'm going. So, very fascinating. I like that a lot. I really, really do. I really do. And overall, the episode, because again, we do have story progression here, and also we have story progression along the lines of the king or getting his memories back. He's starting to remember some stuff here, and he sees like a fade out picture of Komugi. He's like, wait a second, something's off here. So I see all these people here, and I understand that my end game is to control them and to dominate the world and to make the Chimera ants reign supreme among all the other species in the world. I understand that. However, something is off. Something is amiss. There's a blur. There's a veil in my mind, and I can't get past the veil. So, again, we have Pouf taking full advantage. Now, getting back to the fight between, and I'm going to end this chapter, I'm going to end this episode review on this. Getting back to the fight between Pouf and Killua. Very simple. Note how Pouf, when he performed his quote-unquote magic, it was literally him swaying Komugi and Killua to do what he wanted to do. And how he was specifically casting this quote-unquote spell on Komugi so she would try and fight her savior, Killua in this case, the one who's trying to save her, so he can kill her. Very Beelzebub-esque, very Satan-like, alright? Very devious. And it does match with that whole concept of him being someone who is kind of synonymous with the devil. Pouf. So, I mean, I could go another route too, but that route is a lot more political, it's a lot more sensitive. So I won't go that route, because I know that a lot of people are very touchy on the subject. Not the, well, it's religion, but also it's LGBT, so I'll leave it at that. But here's the thing. The fact of the matter remains is that we can clearly see this relationship between Shao Pouf and Satan, old Saint Nick, Beelzebub. And what I do find fascinating is that, and also know how Killua's like technique is called the Godspeed. So, and he's, I guess the word, you know what, fuck it. He's doused in this glowing blue aura, almost like an angel if you would. And then there's one scene where you see the clone. Like, those are my thumbnails right there. But, well, if you saw the actual, like, thumbnail of the photo of my video, then you actually know what I'm talking about. Where you see, like, this picture of the clone of Shao Pouf, and his eyes are red, and and his face is, like, tinted red, looks very evil. So, again, it's like that evil versus good, alright? Heaven versus hell. That kind of concept going on there. So I like that. I like that a lot. So, I'm done. I'm done. In that aspect, I would guess you'd say, and also, I also could go another route with that, where you have Killua, whose main element right now of combat is lightning. And, yo, and, yo, read Magi. If you don't read Magi, read it. Just fucking, dog. Psych. Here's the thing. Lightning is synonymous with a lot of the ancient powerful gods. Thor, alright? Lightning hammer, come on, very obvious. The main one here being Zeus, alright? Zeus being the king of the gods, the ruler of Mount Olympus, and his main shtick was lightning. So in that aspect too, you have the lightning being synonymous with Killua, which is of course him being doused in this holy aura, and this blue aura that resembles like a holy-esque mode, I suppose. So, I mean, again, it's all along those routes. It's all along that path. But I'd say I'm done. So, I went over with my time, but fuck it. That's what I do. And give me your thoughts. What do you guys think, alright? Me personally, I liked it, because it has symbolism in a lot of ways, and we did make a lot of story progression. At the same time, we did get a nice character development between, when it comes to mainly the main guys, Yuppie, Pouf, and the King, and also we had very good animation. So overall rating is going to be, yeah, I'll give it a rating of probably, I want to say amazing, but I'm going to probably say great plus. Yeah, great plus, alright? Great plus 2 and amazing, alright, to be fair. And I'm done. Because right now, Hunter x Hunter has been consecutively good. At least for the past few weeks. At least. That's very, to me, very obvious. So, I'm out. King Lightning. Rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.